stream, I guess, which is basically already almost a week, I guess, since I was not creating any live stream or broadcast or podcast or whatever that is in my main channel, as well as other channel, my newly created channel, even though I basically try to do pre-recorded podcasts on my own native language there. Besides, yeah, it was actually tried to be scheduled, so no matter how I was basically not available to create another one, I actually already prepare for until a certain period of time, even though I definitely still need to do the preparation over and over again. But yeah, it still basically make me not have to do it every day, at least, because yeah, my current convenient schedule is actually 2 days once upload in those newly created channel. But yeah, it's still not goes the way that I expected. But yeah, I'm still try to keep doing it just to fulfill my desire, perhaps, I'm not sure. So basically, I have already come back into from outside the city, obviously, because yeah, most of the days last week I basically tried to spend on mobile outside the city in not a very ergonomic setup. So that's the reason why I'm just not really have some motivation to create a podcast while in the mobile setup, because I basically only use my dream gadget for playing games and stream into the Twitch instead of streaming into the YouTube that I used to do when I was going overseas in a more longer vacation or a more longer trip, perhaps, I'm not sure. So it is basically not a very long trip, so that's the reason why I decided not to do any kind of live stream, because I basically know that next week I'm still able to do that. So yeah, even though this time it is actually unintentional free time that I got, so I'm not sure how long that I'm able to use for productivity things, because yeah, basically I still have several portrait unnecessary video that I just wanted to create commentary through Animoji, but I just don't know when will I basically able to upload this video, because yeah, it's basically need to use another video editor instead of iMovie, just like what I have already said over and over again, because yeah, the limitation of the iMovie is just so annoying, perhaps, I'm not sure. That's the reason why I think iMovie is already deprecated, I'm not sure, because yeah, maybe they just only want to focus the paid video editor such as Final Cut Pro, not sure. So basically most of the video editor application is actually a paid application, so that's the reason why when I try to use online video editor without any kind of subscription, it's definitely will include their watermark on my video, and there is obviously so many limitation that I need to follow as well with those free subscriptions. So but yeah, it's okay, since I basically not really have so many expectation with my video as well, so that's the reason why trying to do it as simple as possible is actually the one that make me confident to have motivation to do it over and over again, because yeah, I don't know what kind of things that I actually wanted to talk about, but after this, I don't know. So I'm still able to use the Logitech USB headset for this, for the voice, because yeah, I initially a little bit disappointed because I don't actually plug it in previously, but yeah, it's just very hard to connect. So yeah, it's basically takes almost 5 minutes, I guess, to connect to be detected in the sound of the old MacBook Air. But yeah, it's okay. I think it is finally able to do it instead of I need to use the iPhone headset instead, which is basically pretty annoying because I need to hold the microphone near my mouth all the time in order to make a voice a little bit clearer, perhaps. I'm not sure. Because maybe the voice, I'm basically lack of motivation or expression in terms of my voice, so yeah, that's the reason why it cannot be captured clearly by the microphone getting far from the source of the sound. So yeah, it's already 6 minutes of the broadcast, so basically I don't know when will I finally edit my video again, because I basically wanted to focus on my newly created channel, but I just don't want to abandon my main channel. So that's the reason why I'm just trying to do it from live stream content only, which is I just don't know whether it is actually good for SEO or not, because each of the broadcasts is actually only contains two words, which is basically the second words is always the same. So I guess it was the default template, the broadcast template that I basically use, which is called broadcast. And the first word is actually a single word that I'm just trying to find something that basically represent the current things that I want to talk about. So yeah, I'm not sure whether it is actually gonna be attract some viewer or not, because yeah, I'm also not sure whether the first word is actually already used or not, or it's gonna be a duplicated video. So yeah, well, maybe later I will, when it's already so many broadcasts that I've been done, I will try to rename it one by one, just like when I always try to do it with the Twitch stream as well. So I'm just pretty lazy to edit every time when I just finish streaming from the Dream Gadget, because yeah, the edit was actually on my old MacBook Air. So at certain point my MacBook Air are just not currently in a turn on position, so that's the reason why, because I just don't want to make my MacBook Air turn on all the time, and for some reason the USB is pretty annoying to, sometimes it's just not properly work, or it's just become too laggy with the computer itself, or I just don't know what kind of problems that I basically have. But yeah, I'm just trying to be patient, even though I'm actually wanted to use my MacBook Pro again, because I am actually wanted to develop certain application which is basically need to be in the latest Mac operating system. But yeah, I don't know whether I can make it with the deadline, which is basically the deadline of my renewal subscription for the membership of the application in those platforms. So yeah, which is less than a month, I guess. Which is, I don't know. I'm actually wanted to create a very simple application, or maybe a reborn application, which is basically used to be developed by me. The first application that I tried to develop more than 3 years ago, I'm not sure. So yeah, I actually wanted to reborn with the data that I basically collect from the trainer on my Grand Theft Auto online games, which is pretty interesting, because, but I'm not sure whether I can actually include every picture of my personal vehicles on those games, because yeah, I'm not sure whether there is a green screen or a blank background that I can use to photograph the vehicles, and basically able to be cropped using online background removers, which is pretty interesting, because yeah, just to fulfill my desires once again, because it's obviously not gonna be the most useful application that I try to make, but yeah, able to do it, and maybe passing the, I don't know what's basically the filter of publishing the app is gonna be the things that really make me satisfied, because yeah, I used to develop two application that's not very useful, and it's just cannot make it to the store or make it to the public, because yeah, we have to create a useful application, so, or maybe things that pretty unique, I'm not sure. So creating a personal application from the template is just not possible. So yeah, maybe I need to embed additional features that basically can make those apps a little bit more useful, and then from there I can basically, once it's already approved, maybe I can have some additional features that's basically represent my personalization. So yeah, it will be interesting, but yeah, I don't know whether I can get those kind of template, because yeah, to be honest, I'm just pretty lazy to code for my personal project, because yeah, to be honest, every kind of personal productivity I'm just wanted to be outside of my main job of task. So I actually don't want to code for my personal productivity. So that's the reason why I'm bad. In order to fulfill those dreams is definitely still need to understand the code, or even at least trying to find something that's basically can represent those things. I don't know whether it is actually repetitive over and over again, but yeah, I hope you know the things that I've actually wanted to explain in here. So I think it's already 12 minutes, and I basically want to do other good behaviors and also finishing my pre-recorded Animoji.